Hi everybody, thanks for watching. Welcome to my parents' living room. I don't have all my stuff with me, so I apologize if my head gets cut off, but we're gonna do some yoga anyway, and I'll try to make it work. Today, start seated. Come to a comfortable seat, cross-legged or up on your shins, and if it feels okay, close your eyes. And start to ground down. Come into the present moment and draw slow and smooth inhales and exhales through your nose. Turn your attention inward and start to listen to your breath. Feel your sitting bones, your root ground down into the earth beneath you. And sit up tall, so feel the crown of your head growing high. Let's take a cleansing inhale and exhale together. Breathe in through your nose. And with your exhale, sigh it out. Blink your eyes open. Start to roll your shoulders a little bit to the back. And then roll to the front. Let your arms reach out to the sides and sweep up and overhead as you breathe in. Exhale, pull a prayer through your heart center. Again, inhale, reach around and high. Exhale, pull it through. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale. Close your eyes for just a second. Feel your thumbs press into your heart center. And if there's any intention you want to call into your practice or your day today, set it now. And breathe in to seal it. And exhale to send it out there. Interlace your fingers. Start to roll your wrists. Figure 8 motions. And then change direction. It's a little mental challenge. Go the opposite way. Release your hands, shake them out, and flick your fingers hard. And then extend your right arm out to the front. Grab hold of the fingers and just press them down and back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Switch hands. Yeah, try to press your wrist forward, your palm forward. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, release your hands. Roll over onto your hands and your knees into a tabletop. And then you can keep your fingers pointing forward or turn them a little bit out. Start to circle your shoulders around your wrists in figure 8 shapes. And change sides. And if it feels okay, spin your fingers all the way back so your fingers are facing your knees, wrists face forwards, and lean back a little bit. It's a pretty deep stretch. Breathe in. And breathe out. All right, flip your hands back to normal. We'll come through cat and cow. Cow pose, drop your belly a little bit, lift your heart, lift your gaze, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, lengthen your spine as you lift through your heart. Exhale, round and tuck in your chin. And a couple more times, move with your breath. And come back to meet in neutral. Inhale, send your right arm high. Exhale, thread it underneath your left. Then curl your left fingers forward. If you want to challenge your balance a little bit, you can slide your left toes to the back. You can even try floating your left foot off the ground. but it's fine if you just want to take this as a shoulder opener without the balance. Breathe in, breathe out. Place your knee back down on the mat. Left hand right next to your face, press down, reach up once more. And exhale, right hand comes down. Switch sides, breathe in, lift your left arm to the sky. Exhale, thread it through. Right fingers can crawl forward. Right foot can slide back. Maybe you just stretch your calf, or maybe you float the foot. And take another breath in and breath out. You place your knee down on the mat. Right hand by your face. Stretch your left fingers up high and set your left hand down. Crawl your hands a little bit forward. Tuck your toes. Send your hips up and back. Down dog. Pedal out your feet a little bit. I like to stretch my calves here. You might shake your head out, nod your chin up and down. And let your heels get a little heavier. Maybe knees are bending. On your inhale, we're going to come forward into a plank. Shoulders over your wrists. On your exhale, send your hips high, downward dog. 2 more times. Inhale, wave your body forward, plank. Exhale, press your hips up and back, downward dog. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. And come forward back to your plank. We're going to lower down onto your forearms, so lower one down at a time. Yeah, have your elbows now right underneath your shoulders. Press your palms down into the mat. Round your upper back a little bit, but let your hips sink down in line with your body so your butt's not sticking up in the air. Hug your low ribs in toward your body. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's take 2 more breaths. 1 more time, breathe in and breathe out. Lower your knees, come all the way down onto your belly. Untuck your toes and slide your hands back in line with your chest. We'll take 3 cobra waves. So inhale, lift your heart open, coming up any amount. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, feel the muscles in your back, your mid-back fire up. Draw your shoulders down your back. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. Exhale, lower. All right, we'll come all the way to an upward facing dog. So let your arms come up to straight. Press into your feet and lift your legs off the ground. Roll the shoulders back. Hug the low ribs in. It's a pretty deep back bend here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Downward dog. Take a breath in through your nose. Exhale back out the nose. And come up onto your tiptoes. Walk your feet up to the top of your mat. You'll find a forward fold and you'll hang your arms down. You can grab opposite elbows or maybe you move around. Release the elbows, round, roll yourself all the way up to standing. Right. Find your mountain pose, feet together or hips distance, stand tall, reach your fingers down by your sides and spin the palms open. On your inhale, sweep your arms around and high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. On your exhale, plant your hands, slide your right foot to the back and drop your back knee down. Inhale, reach up. It's Anjaneyasana. Exhale, lower your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward out to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, your chest, and your chin. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, send your hips back through child's pose and into your downward dog. On your inhale, lift your right leg high. On your exhale, step the foot up in between your hands. Drop your left knee down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands down. Step forward, halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale, fold right back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, slide your left foot back first this time. Drop the knee and tuck the toes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down, downward dog. Inhale, roll out to your plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin lower. Inhale, lift your heart up. Cobra. Exhale, hips back to your heels, child's pose. And then tuck your toes, downward dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it forward. Drop your back knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands down, step to the top. Breathe in, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale, reset. Mountain pose. We'll do one more like that. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, forward fold, come on down. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, slide your left leg to the back first. Drop your back knee. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands down, downward dog. Inhale, roll out to your plank. You can start your chaturanga or continue with knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step it through. Drop the back knee, reach up. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach and rise up. Exhale, fold right back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands down, slide the right leg to the back. Drop your knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down, come on back, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower your way. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, hips high. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Help it out if you need to. Drop your back knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down. Step forward, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, reset. Back to Tadasana. Inhale, stretch your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, come down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Plant your hands, step back to a plank, and hold. Okay, we're gonna come back to that forearm plank. Drop your right elbow, drop your left elbow, and then work your right hand over towards your left hand. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot and come into a side forearm plank, right? If you wanna make it a little bit easier, you can drop that bottom knee down. You can drop both knees down too, doesn't matter. Breathe in, lift your hips high. Breathe out, hold. 2 more breaths. One more in. Exhale out. Roll down through the middle and come to the other side. Right, come on the outer edge of the left foot. Hips high. Roll that right hip a little bit forward. If it's slid back, you want your hips in line with each other. Ground through your feet, strong through your legs. Remember your modification if you want to drop your bottom knee down. 2 more breaths. And breathe in. And breathe out. All right, come through center. Put your right hand down. Put your left hand down and lift your hips high. Downward facing dog. On your inhale, lift your right leg high. As you exhale, you can bend your knees, stack your hip open. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, straighten out your legs, square your hips off, and step your foot up to the top of your mat. Right, high lunge this time. So press into both feet, keep your back knee lifted, and reach your arms high. And feel that left hip flexor opening up. And from here, we'll transition into pyramid pose. So the back heel will spin down and your stance will come a little bit shorter. Bring your hands down to frame your front foot, square off your hips, and fold in. And start to rebend in your front knee. Slide your back foot back. Come back through that high lunge. Reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart, twist to your right. You can drop the back knee down if that feels better in your body. Pull your outer right hip back and in, and maybe gaze up over that right shoulder. One more breath. Unwind, come back to your high lunge, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back, downward dog. Option for that vinyasa, inhale, roll forward, lower your way. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, hips high. Inhale, sweep the left leg high. Exhale, bend and stack it open. Find that stretch. Inhale, straighten the leg, square off your hips. Exhale, step it through. Rise up high, crescent lunge. Ground a little bit, press through both of your feet, spike the back heel high. And find pyramid pose, spin your back heel down, shorten your stance a little bit, square off your hips and fold in. Nice long spine. Exhale, knee toward your shin. Rebend your front knee. Slide that back foot back. Come back through your high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Twist to your left. Yeah, press into your feet. Option to drop your back knee down. Roll the left shoulder back onto your spine and maybe gaze out over your left shoulder. And 2 more breaths. One more in. And stay for your exhale. Unwind, reach high. Exhale, hands down, step back, downward dog. Option for your vinyasa, roll forward, lower through. And come back, downward dog. Start to bend your knees, look forward towards your hands, and walk, step, or hop your feet to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. And start to sit your hips down low. Come into your chair pose. Reach your arms high. Ground through your heels. Be light in your toes. Hug your lower ribs in toward your body. Sit a little bit lower. Breathe in. Exhale, sit a little lower. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. We meet in downward dog. Again, option for your vinyasa. On your inhale, sweep your right leg high. On your exhale, step it to the top. Spin your back heel down. Rise up, warrior one. Both heels grounding down. Deep bend into your front knee. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down. Spin onto the ball of your back foot. We're going to take a twisted lunge here, so send your right arm up to the sky. And take your right hand down. You're going to spin your right toes out to the side and your left toes in the same direction, so a little bit more of a hip opener here. Stay right here, or take it back into a full side plank. So you'd step your right foot in line with your left, or keep enjoying that hip opener. One more breath in. Exhale, hand down. We get back to our downward facing dog. On your inhale, take your left leg high. On your exhale, step that foot up between your hands. Spin your back heel down, rise up, warrior one. And press your feet down into the ground. Bend your front knee deeply. Straight through your back leg, straight as you can. One more breath in. Exhale, hands down. Spin to the ball of your back foot. Twisted lunge. Left arm reaches high. Then option to take it into that hip opener. So hand down. Crawl that foot a little bit back. Spin your left toes so they face the left side of your mat. Spin your right toes in the same direction so you're kind of on the edges of your feet. I feel this in my outer hip. And then maybe take it back into your full side plank. And hips nice and high, belly in. One more breath, if you can do it. Hand down, get back, downward facing dog. On your inhale, come up to your tiptoes. Bend your knees, look forward, and take your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Sit down, reach up, chair pose. And then press through your feet, stand tall, mountain. Bring your hands to your hips, step your feet out wide, so turn towards the long edge of your mat, one side. We'll turn the right toes out to the right, bend into that knee, and find a warrior two. I'm trying to work this front thigh almost parallel to the ground. Extend from fingertips to fingertips. Set your shoulders right up over your hips, and then turn your gaze. Look out over your front fingers. Let's reverse it. Flip your front palm to the sky. Reverse your peaceful warrior. And then take your right elbow down to your thigh or your hand all the way down to your mat. Maybe it feels good to stretch your left fingers up and over your ear. All right, sink down deep into the hips and extend through the sides of your body. One more breath in your side angle. And come back up, warrior two. Nice strong legs. Press your front leg to straight. I make my stance a little bit shorter. We're going to triangle pose. So reach your right fingers forward, bring your hand down gently, extend your left arm to the sky. If it feels okay on your neck, turn, look up towards your top thumb. All right, still press down into both feet, strong legs, not locked out in your right knee. Rise up, come back up to standing. Spin all your toes toward the long side, arms wide. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, fold forward, wide-legged stretch. Feel this grounding energy in line with your feet. All right, walk your hands out underneath your shoulders, slide hands up to your hips, and then press through your legs, come up to standing. Stay like this, we'll go right to the other side. Spin your left toes to the left, bend into your knee, or your two other side. And feel that strength in your legs, feel your power. Giving power and getting power from the earth. Flip your left palm, reach up and back, peaceful warrior. And side angle stretch, right? Your variation, elbow on your thigh, maybe hand on the mat, whatever's working for you today. And 2 breaths here. Use that strength in your legs. Press yourself back up, warrior two. Straighten out your front leg. Prepare for triangle pose. Reach out, lengthen your side bodies, and keep that length as you rest your hand on your shin or on your foot or on the ground. All right. I have a tendency to lock out my knee, so I keep a little bend into it. Maybe you do the same. Press into your feet, rise back up. Spin your toes all towards the long side of your mat. Interlace your fingers behind your back and stretch your knuckles to the ground. Breathe in, exhale, pour your heart forward, forward fold. One more breath in. Exhale, let your hands separate. They'll come underneath your shoulders, come to a flat back, hands to your hips, rise up to standing. Step your feet together, come back up to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, pausing here to step your feet to hips distance if they're not already. Peace sign fingers can wrap around your toes or hands to your calves and fold in. All right, let the back of your neck relax, deep forward fold. Maybe you slide your hands underneath your feet. All right, release your hands from underneath your feet. Heel toe your feet a little bit wider. Toes out, heels in. Drop it down, yogi squat. And palms press to the center of your chest. And we open our hips here. All right, see if you can press your knees wide without using your arms too much. But maybe you need your arms to help. So they can help you out a little bit. And since we're down low, coming from your yogi squat down onto a seat, grab your thighs, lean back, and come into Navasana, into our boat pose. A little bit of core work here. You can float your hands off your legs. You can straighten your legs if that feels nice. And then option to take it low. Exhale, come back high. Inhale, low. Exhale, high. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do two more. Last one. All right, grab the backs of your thighs, roll back, and then cross your ankles, plant your hands, downward facing dog. On your inhale, roll forward up to plank. Move that right hand to the center of your mat, roll to the outer edge of your right foot, side plank. Maybe you float the leg. Right, if you want to, you can get fancy, grab the toe, kick your leg to the sky, up to you. Maybe you take a tree pose, right? Maybe you even want to do a wild thing and step those left toes behind you, press your hips up. Whatever you're feeling today, take one more breath. Exhale, come down through center, right to the other side. So left hand into the middle, roll to the outer edge of that foot. Side plank. There's modified two. You can drop that bottom knee down. Maybe float your foot. Maybe grab for your toe and kick out. Maybe tree pose. Or a wild thing. One more breath. Let it go. Come back through center. One more chance for your vinyasa here. We come to downward dog. And we drop the knees wide. Sit back to your heels. Child's pose. All right, we're not totally done yet. One more working pose. We will set up for dolphin. So elbows right underneath your shoulders. Hands can be flat out in front of you or interlaced. You'll press the forearms and elbows down into the floor and lift your hips high. Right, walk your toes in as much as you can. Hug in through your belly. Hug your lower ribs in and press through your arms and your wrists. Try to create some space between your shoulders and your ears, but keep your neck relaxed so your head's off the floor and you can wiggle your head around. Let's take 3 more breaths. And lift your hips nice and high. I get a deep stretch in the backs of my legs. One more inhale. One more exhale. All right, come down, knees together this time. Sit back onto your heels, walk your hands back behind you and let your shoulders round in. And breathe in and breathe out. We'll come to sit up. Shift your hips around to one side. We'll come to a seat and take the legs out in front of us. Flex your heels. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, fold in over your legs. One more breath. Rise back up to a seat. Take your right knee in with you. Cross that foot over to the other side. Right fingers plant behind you, and then you can hug that leg in toward your body. If you need a little bit more, hook your left elbow around your right thigh. Breathe in, sit tall. Exhale, twist. And breathe in. And breathe out. Come through center, little counter twist to the other side, and then straighten that right leg back out. Bend your left knee in and cross it over. Right, ground your sitting bones first. Hug the knee into your body. Set your left fingers behind you. And if you feel like you need to go deeper, then you can use your elbow and hook it around. And breathe in, sit tall. Breathe out, twist your spine. Unwind, take your counter twist to the opposite side. Uncross your legs, take your feet together and your knees wide apart, Baddha Konasana. I'm a butterfly shape if you can't see my knees. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, fold in. And take 2 more breaths. Rise back up to seated. Close your knees in, roll onto your back. And give yourself some space to take a bridge pose, just one. So feet hips distance, press your heels, lift your hips high. And maybe interlace your fingers underneath your body, roll the shoulders in together. 3 breaths here. Relaxing your neck, space between your chin and your chest. Release your hands, release your hips down to the mat. Gently drop both knees over to the left. Cactus your elbows, turn your gaze to the right. And we'll switch over, drop your knees to the right, turn your gaze to the left. And come through center. Pull your knees into your chest. Stay here or take a happy baby. Knees wide, feet wide, a little rock. Right? Anything else you need to finish off your practice. And if you're ready, shift into Shavasana, into your final pose. Release control over your muscles, control over your body. Let yourself lie here in stillness. And take your time coming out of your Shavasana. You can pause the video and stay as long as you like or you need to today. When you're ready, you can come up to your comfortable seat, right back to where we started. And take a moment, reground your sitting bones, lengthen your spine, hands on your thighs or your knees, and close your eyes. Reconnect to that intention that you set at the beginning of your practice. Notice if that held true, and if you want to carry it with you off of your mat. And slide your palms together at heart center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out your mouth. Release, let go of anything else that needs to be let go or released. And slide your thumbs up to third eye center. We'll say to each other, Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. Thank you for being here. And no matter when you watch it, your energy and your intention is so important to the world. If you liked the video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. Otherwise, I hope we see each other on here again soon. Namaste. Thank you.